Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas day 7. How is it? The 7th of December already. Also, you guys are crooked. Or, I'm crooked. I am actually staying home again today. I'm still sick. I feel like usually the steroid shot does better, and I feel like so much better right away. Whatever this is nasty. I'm having some coffee in my little naughty or nice cup. That'll help keep my voice sounding somewhat normal, although it really doesn't. So I promised yesterday that I would show you guys some empty products. So I actually have a ton of stuff, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about each product, but I do want to tell you guys my thoughts on them. I love reviewing when they're empty because I feel like I can really review it. So I'm just going to dive right in. I've got the Pharmacy Do It All eye cream. This one I felt was really good. It's super natural, very gentle. It's more all about moisture, like it's do it all, but it's, to me, it just gave moisture. The only thing was I could have actually used even more moisture. So I was actually mixing Drunk Elephant marula oil into this, and it was a really good combination. If you're not super dry around the eye area, you could probably do this one. And if you're very conscious about only natural ingredients, Pharmacy's a great brand for you. The Fresh Soy Face Cleanser, that one's like a cult favorite. Everybody loves it. To me, honestly, it doesn't blow me away. I mean, it's good. It's kind of basic. I don't really like the scent of it. It smells like strong cucumber to me. So I don't really like that aspect of it. That's just me personally though. A lot of people love that. The next is the Lancome Bifacil Face. So this looks kind of like the eye makeup remover, but it's clear. And this one you shake up, you douse on a cotton pad. I do really like this. The only downside for me is having to use those cotton pads. Whereas if I was using an oil or the Lancome Meal and Mousse, which I'm actually using right now, that comes out kind of thick and then it warms and melts, I don't have to use cotton with those. So that's really the only downside if you're conscientious about what you're using. Whereas with this, you have to use those cotton pads. If I had to pick, I'd probably pick the Meal and Mousse, and I almost brought it out here because I only have like this much left. I love that one. I've got two of these. This is the Nivea Foaming Oil Moisturizing Body Wash. So clearly I had a good experience because I actually have a third one. No, wait, do I? I think I have a third bottle somewhere that I need to use, or maybe I've just used both of these up. I really, really like this. It makes me feel clean, but it doesn't strip. This does have sulfate in it, but the oil kind of counteracts it, I think. It's just what I'm thinking. So if you're looking for sulfate free, this is not gonna be for you, but it is more of an oily base to it. So somehow it balances out, and I like the way that it left my skin feeling. Usually I could use this and not even feel like I needed lotion, and sometimes I'd still put lotion on. But yeah, I really like this. It's affordable. It was really good. It has a very like spa type scent to it. So if you like that type of scent, you'll like this. Another body product is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil. This is in the shade Strawberries and Whipped Cream. First of all, I hate this scent. It smells like cough syrup. But the product itself and every other scent that I've smelled is amazing. This is a little bit more on the greasy side when you first put it on, but if your skin is super dry, you will love this. So on cold days, or when I was feeling my skin was just a little extra dry, this is a go-to. And even though I didn't like the scent, I mean, it made my skin feel so amazing. They have a couple scents that I really like. One is like citrus something. I like that one. The Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. I love this spray. I spray it on bare skin. I spray it over makeup. It's actually one of my favorite setting sprays because I feel like it perfectly melts powders, foundations, and everything together. So I can go from looking kind of powdery to looking very skin-like and looking like I just have the most beautiful skin. So I really love this Rainforest of the Sea. Shea Moisture Coconut Milk Bath Powder. I'm getting a call from Louisiana. That's definitely not right. But I was looking for something that would create like a milk bath. Like I wanted like that rich white, super luxurious moisturizing. I don't know that anything really does that. I don't know how to make a real milk bath. I don't really want to swim in milk for real, but I wanted to try this out. I did like this, however. So this did make my skin feel very soft. It was luxurious. It really left the water with just like a slight haze to it. So it didn't make the water feel like thick or anything. Like I guess that's what I wanted. But as long as you know what you're getting with this, I actually really like it. I will say I only got about 5 uses out of this, and I probably overdid it the first time for sure. It made my skin feel amazing, and it is, of course, natural. It's virgin coconut oil in this. I really, really like this product. It's just not gonna give you that like super frothy, thick milk bath that maybe I had in my head.
I got apes.
So you guys are probably familiar with this dry shampoo. This one's Fruity Floral. I really like this. It does give a really intense white cast when you first use it, but if you massage it in, it's no problem. The Glam Glow Super Cleanse, this is the old packaging. I realized I still had this in my drawer of skincare, and I was like, ooh, I need to use that. I'm amazed that even though my skin is drier, I can use this comfortably every single day. It's amazing. And I noticed too that the pores around my nose were actually becoming like super clear and super small. Like, it was doing it. The Strivectin Intensive Concentrate for Stretch Marks and Wrinkles. I don't know that it really did anything. I do have some stretch marks around my midsection. I think that maybe this softened it a little bit, but I didn't see any drastic difference. And you can see I've used the whole tube. But in that product's defense, I don't know that anything really helps with stretch marks. Nothing that I've ever tried. The Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer is pretty good. I'm actually surprised at how much I like this because I tried an eye cream from them before and I wasn't crazy about it. This one was really nice. It has a, to me it smells like lemon and Fruit Loops. That's what the scent smells like. It's a little strong of a scent, to be honest, but it definitely was very hydrating. I would also mix oil with this though. I like the container. So this is like the Drunk Elephant moisturizer containers if you've had one of those. But the difference with this one is you can actually screw this off, and it brought like every bit of product right to the top. So this is slowly moving up, up, up as you're pumping it. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm screwed. And then I was like, well, let me see. And it brought every single bit of product. So you can literally scrape out the last drop. L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I really love this pencil. So it's just like a small one. It kind of reminds me of Brow Wiz. Is probably the closest thing to it. It's a really good dupe for it. This one to me is a little bit softer of a pencil, whereas Brow Wiz to me is a bit drier and a bit stiffer. But I love this for like filling in and creating those little hair strokes. I think it's a really, really good pencil. If you're looking for an eyebrow pencil from the drugstore, definitely check out the Brow Stylist Definer from L'Oreal. Totally Resveratrol Lift Cream. I love this. It's very, very hydrating. That much I love. I didn't see really any lifting with just using one jar. That being said, I don't have a lot of concerns about lifting. I'd love to firm up around like my jawline and stuff, but unfortunately, like, it's just like the way my face is. So I can't see any big changes with my skin, except my skin did feel really supple, really hydrated, and I feel like long-term use would be very good for the skin. So I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, I have picked up on a few like beauty bloggers, beauty gurus, whatever. I like to watch other people's videos, but oh my god, it got me so irritated. There was someone, and I'm not gonna say who because I really like her, but she pulled out a skincare product that was her firming, that is a true like treatment product, and she said, oh, I used this a few times and I didn't see a difference. It just didn't work. You don't know that. A, you're probably too young to have the concerns that it needs to address, and B, you cannot use something that's a treatment product 3 times or a week or a month and expect to see a big difference. And I'm like, people are gonna hear that and think that it's a bad product. It may be great, who knows, you just don't know. And she was like, oh, I'll just pass it off to my mom. Well, how about get your mom to tell us what she thinks, because there's no way on earth that you could possibly say that that's a bad product. Don't say it didn't work. You don't know. You didn't use it long enough. Anyway, that's my little soapbox for 2 minutes, and I'm sorry my voice is awful. Next, I've got the Saint Tropez. This is the In Shower Gradual Tanner. I really, really love this, especially if you are fair like me with a pink undertone, and tanners tend to look very orange. This is great because you take it into the shower with you. I just leave it in there. You wash your body and then you turn the water off. You put this everywhere that you want the color and literally just like slather it around. And you can do it as many days in a row as you'd like. You only leave it on for 3 minutes, rinse it off, and then you're done. It's got a little tan scent, but because you're rinsing it off, you don't smell it. And then the more days you do it, the tanner you get. But it's perfect for me because it's so natural a tan. So while I like a lot of other self tanners, when I want just a subtle hint of a glow, that's what I use, and it's great. Supergoop Sunscreen Mousse SPF 50. I use this at the beach, and I feel like I still got burned where I use this. It's something about the serum consistency is so light, and it kind of like creates this foamy bubble and then dissipates really quick. I feel like it's just not even, and it's not a thorough layer of protection. I love Supergoop's regular sunscreen. I think it's amazing. I feel like it's just the texture of it, and unless you're like layering, I just don't think it was good enough. I really like Supergoop's other sunscreens. I've got the Dr. Brandt Cellusculpt, another one that you can tell I have used up until the very end. So this actually made a difference with an addendum to that. So you're using the cream base, and then it has these like rollers. So you're doing like this really good massage in there. So I wonder how much of a percentage was the actual product and the other percentage just being the rolling and massaging. I feel like the action of doing that made a big difference. So I feel like I want to buy a device to like massage, and I'm sure that the cream made some difference, but like, was it 10% of the effect or was it 50? You know, it's hard to tell. But with regular use, I think this does make a difference. It's not drastic. It's not going to be like, oh my God, I no longer have cellulite. No, but it did make it softer on me. So I was actually pretty impressed with that. It's pretty pricey. I think this is around like $65 in Sephora. I actually found this at TJ Maxx for $20. Sun & Park Beauty Water. I really love this. I almost have nothing bad to say about this. The only thing is you're using those cotton pads, like I said. I love this with Shiseido cotton though. Those cotton pads are the best. So this one is kind of like a 3-in-1. It's like micellar, but it also is more like an essence, and it exfoliates. So it does a little bit of everything. I actually really like this product. It doesn't look like much because it's just like this clear liquid in this simple bottle, but they did it. I think it's a really good product. Lancome Bifacil, the regular eye makeup remover. It's amazing. I always have one of these. I never go without it. It breaks down eyelash glue, waterproof mascara, eyeliner, everything. Use a little cotton pad, let it sit for just a moment. I don't do a lot of like tugging. I'll let it sit and kind of like break down that stuff and then wipe it away. It's perfect. Lancer Nourish Cream. You can see this is just a baby. I did love this. I don't know about the long-term effects because obviously I didn't have that much of it. So hydrating though. My skin felt so supple. I really would want to buy this. Just pricey. Biosense Squalene and Peptide Eye Gel. I really like everything I've tried from Biosense so far. I've had no complaints. This one is small. That's the only thing. So I can't tell you like true long-term benefits, but short-term benefits, very hydrating. And even though it was a gel, I felt like it really moisturized the eye area better than a lot of creams. So the squalene in it is very closely related to your body's own moisture. So your body just really accepts it. And I think it makes a difference. Skin Fuse Fortified Vitamin C Serum. I got this after I went and had my microneedling done. I was not really that impressed with this. I feel like there's maybe other vitamin C's that work better. Caudalie Vino Perfect. I should probably have maybe like 3 or 4 of these in here. I've used this size many times. I love this one. Really brightens and evens the skin tone. I can see a difference in like the splotchiness of my cheeks. It made an impact. Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. This is amazing. I love this cream. It has just a slight firming effect, but the smell is amazing and the moisture is amazing. I love Sol de Janeiro products. Clinique Pep Start Hydro Rush Moisturizer. I was surprised at how much I like this product. I have not always been a fan of Clinique products. I actually worked for them years ago. So I found out like in that time what I loved and what I didn't. And this was new to me when I tried it. Actually really liked it. It's pretty basic. I could do with a little bit of more moisture, but it was good. So if you're looking for just a basic daytime, you want some hydration and you want sun protection, Pepstar is a good option. Clinique Moisture Surge. So this jar is clear, so you can't see what actual product looks like, but it's that pink gel. I love this as my very last step. So I will do toner, essence, serum, moisturizer, eye cream, all of that, and then put this on as my very last step. I love it. So it really just feels like it just locks everything in, and it provides extra hydration, and it almost feels like it's just pushing all of that good ingredients into your skin. I'm out of this right now, and it makes me sad. Like, I need to get more Moisture Surge because I can tell a difference. Like, it's the last thing I put on, but if I don't use it, I can tell. I love that product. God, this clip is so long. I'm sorry, guys. Aliza Naturals Cleanser. This is a 3-in-1 face cleansing paper. So this is what it looks like. It's like a compact, and then you have papers underneath. I used them all, clearly. I actually really like these. They were very convenient, very natural, but they felt like they got the job done. If you're traveling and you don't want to take a big container of cleanser, this would be definitely a good one. And if you prefer more natural products, these Aliza papers were actually very good. All right, I'm gonna like mad dash through the rest of this because I've got a lot of small things. The Clinique Moisture Surge Overnight Mask. I don't love it as much as the gel, but it's good if you're dry and want something to leave on while you sleep to really hydrate. The Pacifica Sea Foam Complete Face Wash. I actually really like this. Even though it was only a small one, it's amazing. It's sulfate free. It smells so good. It's like summery. It left my skin feeling clean but very hydrated at the same time. I'm super impressed with this Pacifica cleanser. Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Oil. I love it. I need more of it. I love this oil. I mix it with eye cream. I mix it with moisturizer. I put it on by itself. I use it on my cast dry skin. It's amazing. 5-in-1 Bouncy Mask from First Aid Beauty. I don't know. I don't feel like I used it enough to really tell. Luna Sleeping Night Oil from Sunday Riley. I love this. Luna Virgin Marula Oil. Clinique Moisture Surge, some of my all-time favorites. Amore Pacific Treatment Cleansing Foam. I freaking love this cleanser. It is like my favorite cleanser, but it is $50 a tube. Amore Pacific though, you guys have probably heard me say it before. I love this brand. If I could afford it, I'd buy everything. I love this cleanser. It's got these little beads in it that are like active ingredients bursting onto the skin. It smells great. It feels great. I love it. Pericone Photoplasma SPF 30 Moisturizer. I really love this one. I felt like this one did a bit better job of protecting my skin. I could definitely tell that I was very hydrated. I like the SPF 30 being a little bit higher than your 20. This Creme Shop Clear Up Skin Animated Koala Face Mask. It was okay. I usually do a sheet mask when I take a bath. The charcoal didn't dry my skin out. It still felt really hydrated and like that serum you could just like rub in after a sheet mask. I like them. Some of the other Creme Shop masks I think worked better for me, and I think just the fact that it's charcoal, I didn't really need it, is probably the fact. Pure Skin Face Cleanser from First Aid Beauty. If you are dry, sensitive, or just starting out with skincare, go look at this. It's very good. It's basic, but it's effective. And if you want to stick with a lower price point and still get a good cleanser, First Aid Beauty. It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Cream. I do feel like this was helping with darkness that I didn't even realize was such a problem for me. And when I stopped using this, I felt like I was a little darker around the eye area. Not enough moisture for me though. That's not saying it's a bad product at all. I'm very dry around the eye area and I want a lot of hydration. That one is just more like a gel cream. And I feel like it's effective, but just not enough moisture for me. Murad Retinols. These are really tiny. One for the eye, I don't feel like I use long enough to see a big difference, so I'm just gonna save my opinions until I can try it out. The one for the face, I actually had a few of these, and I actually really love this. I feel like it softened my smile line a bit, and it made this little line that's trying to form where I keep making ugly faces. It actually helped a lot. So for the face one, I can say I really like it and I think it's great. For the eye, I just need to try it more. The Clinique Acne Solutions Clearing Gel. It's just a salicylic acid. For me, it was okay. Like, it would help get rid of my breakout, but the new Murad one or the newly packaged one, that's a killer. Glam Glow Super Mud. This is not the only one I had. This is just like a baby that I was like, oh, let me use the baby before I open this new full size. Glam Glow Super Mud is one of my favorite face masks ever. Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Oh my god, love this one. If you're looking for strictly based off of price, the Brow Stylist Definer from L'Oreal that we talked about is amazing. But if you want to splurge just a little bit, the Benefit one, It's one of my favorites. I actually think I might even prefer this over the Anastasia, but they're both very good. I feel like the color in this one, the number 3, is just amazing for me. This coconut Revlon Professional, what is this? Unique 1 all-in-one hair treatment. It's a little bitty. I actually really love this. I feel like it made my hair feel very soft and like healthy. I like this a lot. My camera stopped recording for some reason. The Peter Thomas Roth Viz 1000. This is actually called Hyaluronic Cloud now. It's no longer called Viz 1000, but it's the same thing. This is 75% hyaluronic acid. So I love hyaluronic acid, but sometimes people think that that's all they need, and I'm like, oh, you also need moisture. Like, you need the hydration from the hyaluronic acid, but you need moisture too. But as far as that goes, I love pairing that hyaluronic serum from Peter Thomas Roth with a heavier moisturizer, and you get the best of both worlds. So you get all that water-based hydration and all that oil-based hydration. Yes. But if you want to insert some hyaluronic acid into your routine, it's a different bottle now. It's like light blue. The Cloud serum from PTR is a must. Okay, my voice is about to completely quit on me. Thank you for sticking through this. I hope that I don't sound like a complete lunatic talking this whole time. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a bit.